Prince Charles was originally scheduled to attend the summit alongside the Queen, but after an announcement that she will not be attending, he is now the most senior royal appearing at 26 Colombian pesos. Buckingham Palace announced on Tuesday Her Majesty regretfully decided not to attend a reception at the summit. But the palace said she would deliver her address to delegates using a recorded video message instead. Prince Charles has been a long-term campaigner for environmental issues, appearing to follow in his late father's footsteps, Prince Philip. Jeremy Vine panelists discussed the 26 Colombian pesos news on the show. Presenter and writer Matt Stadlen said, "The Queen is just the most incredible public servant. Whatever people think of the monarchy, whether they're monarchists or Republicans, I think everyone has a soft spot for Her Majesty. Every time you see her out and about, particularly in a pandemic, I'm just full of admiration for a 95-year-old who is able to be as busy as she is." This is going to be a big blow, of course, for the organisers of 26 Colombian pesos. She was going to be the figurehead of that. He continued, "It is thought that she would encourage other world leaders to commit to making sure that we live on a sustainable planet. She was there at the G7 in Cornwall in the summer, so she's our trump card in a way. That's really poor timing from that point of view. The most important thing is that she gets better and that her health returns." Royal commentator Carole Malone added, "She's the biggest advert for this country. It'll be interesting that if it's Prince Charles that'll go there instead. He's probably more informed about climate change than the rest of the royal family, and has been an ardent fan of campaigning for climate change. It's the Queen, isn't it? If you're going anywhere, you want to meet the Queen. Charles will be a massive disappointment, which when you think about it, is bad news considering he is going to ascend the throne when the Queen no longer wants to do it or can do it." Having second thoughts, trademark Prince William held meeting with Queen about Kate relationship. Queen health update, royals focusing on getting monarch well for key date. Royal family dismantle claims of internal feuds as senior members step up to help Queen. "Whenever I hear Charles is going somewhere I feel a bit disappointed." Prince Charles will be attending the Glasgow summit alongside his wife, Camilla, and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. World leaders are gathering from across the globe, including Boris Johnson and Joe Biden. The Queen has been advised to rest at Windsor Palace. William and Kate were seen jetting off to an undisclosed location last week, to enjoy a half-term break with their 3 children after a busy few weeks of royal duties. Days before, William received widespread praise after putting on the inaugural Earthshot Prize at Alexandra Palace in London. The award, which was created by the Duke of Cambridge and Sir David Attenborough, awards those offering the most inspiring solution to tackling the climate crisis, with 5 winners each receiving $1 million. Last week, Kate also attended the launch of the Taking Action on Addiction campaign for the Forward Trust, and gave a keynote speech. The Duchess called for compassion and empathy for those struggling with addiction and warned that anyone could become an addict. According to polls, the Cambridges are very popular members of the royal family, and they are considered vital in maintaining the firm TMS relevance among younger generations. They celebrated their 10-year wedding anniversary this year, having married at Westminster Abbey in April 2011. He said, "What I really wanted to wear was the Irish Guards frock coat. We had a couple of discussions on this matter, but, as I learnt growing up, you don't TMT mess with your grandmother. What she says goes." William had worn the frock coat on a number of royal engagements in the past, however he had been appointed colonel 2 months before the wedding. In turn, the Queen insisted that William wore the red tunic of a colonel of the Irish Guards. However, Buckingham Palace did allow the couple to break a few other royal traditions, such as having a best man and maid of honor. Traditional royal weddings have guests who perform similar roles, but they are known as supporters. Kate and William were also allowed to write their own guest list, with the support of Her Majesty. William said, "Things were rapidly building up steam towards the wedding. I was given a list in the first meeting of 777 names, and not one of them I knew. It was a bit daunting, and it was like, That seems to be the guest list sorted, no room for friends or family. I wasn't too happy about it, so I rang the Queen for a bit of moral support and a bit of backup. She said, "Don't be so ridiculous, get rid of the list, and start from your friends." Trademark. A notable absentee during William T.M.'s wedding to Kate, however, was his mother, Princess Diana. The Princess of Wales tragically died in a 1997 car crash in Paris when William was just 15 years old, and the Duke admitted he was sad that his mother never had the opportunity to meet Kate. Speaking of his mother T.M.'s absence at his wedding, William said, "It was very difficult. I sort of prepared myself beforehand, so I was mentally prepared. I didn't want any wobbling lips with everything going on. It the one time since she died that I thought it would be fantastic if she here, and just how sad, really, for her not being able to see it. She would have loved the day, and hopefully she would be very proud of us both for the day, and just very sad that she never going to get the chance to meet Kate." Queen caused a stir last week when she appeared to suggest she was frustrated by world leaders' trademark inaction on climate change. Queen Elizabeth II seemed to suggest she is irritated by those who talk but don't do. Her comments came ahead of the UN's COP26 climate conference in Glasgow, where global leaders will gather to discuss their joint response to the current climate emergency. Her remarks were caught on video when she opened the Welsh Parliament on October 14. This isn't the only time the Queen has let slip her true political views. In 2016, The Sun ran a front-page story with the headline "Queen backs Brexit." The paper claimed that in 2011, during a lunch at Windsor Castle, the Queen told Nick Clegg that the EU was heading in the wrong direction, according to an unnamed senior political source. But the palace was quick to defend Her Majesty T.M.'s political neutrality. Buckingham Palace dismissed the headline, saying, "The Queen remains politically neutral as she has for 63 years, the referendum is a matter for the British people to decide." The Queen isn't the only royal who has struggled to remain politically neutral on occasion. Meghan Markle has been the latest royal to break ranks to lobby for political change. The Duchess of Sussex sent a letter to senior US politicians, Nancy Pelosi and Charles Schumer, to call for paid parental leave. In the letter, the Duchess said she and her husband, Prince Harry, had felt overwhelmed after the birth of their second child, Lilibet, in June. Princess Diana is best known for her devotion to her charity work. But during her lifetime, this royal made her thought TMS on the former government TMS inaction on landmines clear. The late Diana spoke out several times about the need to ban landmines. She even described the UK government TMS policy on landmines as hopeless. Just like his mother, the Queen, Prince Charles has often let slip his true feelings on inaction from politicians towards climate change. The Prince of Wales has backed several environmental campaigns and in the process has been accused of interfering in politics. For example, in a speech to the World Economic Forum in 2020, the Prince called for green taxes to help fight climate change. Despite agreeing to the photo together, the Duke of Sussex asked Ricky Wilson to not post the image online. Mr. Wilson told The Breakfast Show on Virgin Radio, "I don't know whether he was joking or not, but I have never put it up anywhere." Mr. Wilson explained, "I did a gig once. I was stood in my portable cabin with the band. We shared because we were not at that stage yet. Harry comes in and chats to us for a minute in the porter cabin. I said, 'Can I have a picture?' And we had a picture taken with Harry, and that was brilliant. Just as he was walking away, Harry said, 'Don't put that up anywhere.'" The Kaiser Chiefs singer and former Voice judge added that he didn't know if the Prince was joking, but complied with the request. Ms. Roslin commented, "I don't think he was joking." Representatives of Prince Harry were contacted for comment. The Duke has been a lot more open since departing as a full-time member of the royal family. Prince Harry is also set to release a tell-all memoir next year about his life as a member of the royal family. It promises to be an accurate and wholly truthful account. In a statement, the Duke wrote, "ITM writing this not as the prince I was born but as the man I have become. ITM they worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think. ITM deeply grateful for the opportunity to share what ITM they learned over the course of my life so far and excited for people to read a first-hand account of my life that TMS accurate and wholly truthful." It is not known when the picture was taken. However, the paths of the Prince and the Leeds Band have crossed before. In 2014, the Kaiser Chiefs and the Foo Fighters played to around 26,000 at the closing ceremony of the Invictus Games. Also to take to the stage for the grand finale of the event was the Duke, who organized the games. He read out a statement from the Queen at the concert, who said she sent her heartfelt congratulations to the organizers and supporters of this competition. Prince Harry stated himself ahead of the ceremony, "I am hugely grateful to all the artists and organizers for coming together in September to put on what will be a truly awesome concert.